quickly, I'm going to take us through what a standard warm-up looks like for pickleball. In other sports like tennis, there's a very well-defined warm-up routine. You can hop onto a court with somebody who you have no idea who they are, and you can basically start warming up with them. In pickleball, most people hit a couple dinks, talk about their weekend, and that's about it, right? Believe it or not, there's more to it. So I'm going to take you guys through the different steps of a warm-up. So the first step of this warm-up is dinking, but there's a little bit of purpose to it. For the first couple, I like to get a really good rhythm going. I'm giving myself plenty of margin over the net. I'm gonna hit right to the person. This should feel boring. This should feel like we can do it all day long. After a little bit of this, we'll keep that same sort of rhythm and start to move our opponent around a little bit. Still should feel pretty consistent with this. We're not taking much risk on this dink. We're just trying to get a good rally going and get moving a little bit. After that, we'll head to cross court. Dinking for rhythm first, right to the other person, nice and easy. And then we'll start to move each other around a little bit. While we do this, one of the most common errors I see is people camp out on this line over here. This isn't a real pickleball shot, meaning I'm never just gonna be standing here in a real game. If I was standing here, my opponent would just rip that ball right through the middle, right? So when we're warming up, make sure that we're kind of recovering towards that middle a little bit. If my opponent is camping out on the sideline, I might hit it to that middle shot, okay? We'll do a little bit going the opposite direction. Same idea, cross-court dinking. We'll try and get a good rhythm going first, nice and easy for a second, and then we'll start to move one another around a bit, working on recovering to that center a bit. After dinks, we're gonna have one person staying up at the net, and then I am going to start to slowly back up. Sammy's staying up at the net. I'm working on my transition zone play. They call this the transition zone, no man's land, land of opportunity, Death Valley. I've heard it called all types of weird stuff, but it's a very, very important part of pickleball. My objective is to try and put this ball into the kitchen, unattackable. One of the things that I see go wrong in this drill is the net player has a tendency of trying to let everything bounce. Well, if I, as the transition zone player, hit that ball a little bit too far, I want my partner to take that ball out of the air. If I hit it too far, rather than backing up, he's taking it out of the air, working on his volleys, okay? After a few third shot drops from back here, I'm gonna hit some drives or drops. I can make my choice. If it's a ball that I might drop, I'll hit a drop. If it's an easier ball, I might hit my drive. All the while, my partner is being pretty cooperative here. So after a few of these, I'm gonna go back to hitting everything soft, and I'm going to slowly work my way forward. It really should take about a minute to get from baseline to the kitchen. So take your time working through here. You might even pause for a little bit. Maybe Sammy is working on his attack shots and I'm working on my resets from here. One way or another, make sure you take your time as you work your way up to that net, okay? Now, Sammy would do the same thing. He would start to slowly work his way back. As you get to more advanced levels, I can start to put a little bit of pressure on Sammy, on my partner. He's hitting really good resets. He's hitting very good drops, so maybe I challenge him a little bit more, right? But what I'm not doing is, I'm not, going here and trying to win these points. It's cooperative to a point where it's challenging. Cooperative but challenging. Sammy will hit a couple of drops or drives. He'll make his choice here. Oops, sorry. There we go. Now he's working his way back forward. Nice, good resets. Boom. Now, once we've both gone all the way back and forward, then we're gonna do a volley drill. So we're gonna start from this kitchen line. We're gonna start off going very, very soft, very slowly, and then we'll pick it up about 5% every time we hit. Yeah, come on, let's go, baby. Good stuff. So good rally. This is a great way to get some rhythm. Now, next ball, we start off very slowly again, and we'll work our way up. All right, you guys get the sense of that. The last step of this warm-up is a 3-shot drill. Serve, return, third ball. We worked on thirds a little bit, but Sammy was at the net and I'm at the baseline. A ball coming from the net is different in its speed, spin, and trajectory than a ball coming from the baseline. So it's important that we warm up actual third shots from the baseline. I serve, Sammy returns, I'll hit my third. After I hit that third shot, my partner is just gonna catch it, okay? So we have 1, 2, and 3. Now Sammy's got the ball, he's gonna serve back. 1, 2, and 3. Nice, okay? While I'm doing this, I'm working on getting a little bit of depth on my serve and my return. I can hit a third shot drop or a drive. And we'll go both directions. We'll go both diagonals. This is what pro players do when we only have a couple of minutes to warm up for a match. Most of the time, nobody wants to go warm up for 10, 15 minutes. Once you know the steps to this, you can get this done in 3 minutes, and it'll help your game, both because you'll be better warmed up and better preventing injuries in a given day, and also it's great practice. You hit all the different shots that you need to in a given day of play. So get out there, make sure, focus on your warm-up. Make sure to check out the APP Academy if you'd like to learn from me in person, or ZaneNavratilPickleball.com to see my teaching schedule.